Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I want to know is...
Let's go now! 18 Gator! Set, go! Here we go! 30, hit it! Ready! Now! Down! Sick, get it! Set, ready? 10 Lobo. Set, hut! Here we go, set! 90 Wolf! Hut, hut! Let's go! 10 Tucson! Leaf River! Leaf River! Set! 18 Gator! Fire!
This is your last
50, plant.
opportunity. Let's go for gold.
Shoot!
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. So here's the Viking offense making their way out as we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's a 2nd-round pick, a solid 2nd-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story. Wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 11 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They run it with Bibbs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try to throw now. Young. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Young, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
90 Wolf.
He juked him. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Young on 3rd down. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. They'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Mariota. He's got Smith here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him? But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards.
Here we go. Watch it down.
First down, Young. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. That'll be complete to Breida. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Young now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Completes it to Hardman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Young working out of the gun. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. The Cards trying to get to 2-0, and they've got the lead on the road. From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and that one all tied against the visiting Steelers. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Kiki Cutie, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Ready?
52. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Ready?
Breida to get the third quarter started. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Third down, Young from the gun. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. Now it's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Where's 52?
Get it.
On second and 9, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half, run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. First down, Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They run for it with Breida. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Protein spill.
They go play action. Young. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Winslow. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
It's been a long day for you.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Again, it's Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mariota. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Smith. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now Eckler, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Mariota, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tre'Quan Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Young here to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On the ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Recon, 132-5.
This is Breida. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues.
He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mariota. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
First down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready?
One last shot now for Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.